So, earlier this week, we've been dealing a lot with the way the press takes events that are emotional and interesting and turns them into crises in a way that, in their hopes that you will give up your rights. As the left always says, no crisis should go to waste. And so the left is always trying to make everything into a crisis. And as I pointed out, crime rates are down, they're way down, gun violence down, more guns, less crime, just true. The trolling of a couple of Russians. The funny thing about the Russian trolling is they didn't introduce any ideas into the electoral process. They simply took care of, they simply latched themselves on to divisions that were already there. So if you were a Trump supporter and you showed up at a Trump rally that the Russians happened to plan, you were still doing exactly what you would have done anyway. And it didn't really work very well. And they just gin this stuff up into a crisis because they're hoping to undermine Donald Trump, do anything they can. Yesterday, though, wonderfully, kind of delightfully, not only did CNN take this absolutely into the stratosphere. Absolutely into a stratosphere of corruption and ugliness and dishonesty. And Jake Tapper, you should be ashamed of yourself to even participate in something like that. But while they were doing that, Donald Trump, Donald Trump can be as divisive and as unreliable. He can do all this stuff, but Donald Trump, he is an expert at television. And so what he did was he met with the survivors, not only of this latest shooting in Florida, but of other shootings, and sat there and listened to them and listened to what they said. And what was the difference between the two things? The hysterical lynch mob on CNN was scripted, and the people who were talking to President Trump were just saying what was on their minds, and Trump left the cameras on and let people visit with them.